Hi friends. After successful completion of our first program, now let us take up the second program in Java Feelgood series. This is JFG-2. You name it like that only, then you can easily identify. Okay, this is our first object-oriented program. In the first program, we could understand the basic elements of a Java program and its structure. That is very important. I don't think that you understood all elements thoroughly. Don't worry about that. What extent you understood, that extent is okay. From today, from this program onwards, whatever knowledge you gained and all that, you can sharpen it, you can enrich it. Subsequently, after some time, all doubts are clarified, and you can achieve mastery over Java programming. That point you have to understand. Don't expect that you have to learn everything in the first program itself. That is the nature of Java. That's why you must understand and proceed. And if you have some doubts, and don't worry about that. Okay, this is your first object-oriented program. Here the task is preparation and printing of simple biodata. Why I call it a simple biodata? Actually, you know that biodata dozens of tens of elements are there. Your name, age, height, weight, educational qualifications, experience, etc., etc. Many things are there. But as far as this is concerned, a simple biodata only with three items. There is a strategy behind it. Whenever you are learning a new programming or new element, new technology, you start with a simple one. Don't take a bigger one. Actually, the basic strategy and structure will be the same. For a bigger program or a smaller program, the basic strategy and structure is same. In the previous program, you have written only one line of task, just simply printing a string. That's it. But you have written half a dozen lines. That is basic structure. Basic structure and strategy are one and same for the smaller program or bigger program. That's why first you take up a smaller task, 100% you succeed. My basic objective is I am committed that you should not fail at all. In the first attempt, in your attempt, you should not fail. If you fail frequently, your enthusiasm is diluted. That's why in no stage you should fail. That is the objective. With that, I have given a simple program with three details. Okay. Now first you see this. See the probable output of your program. Actually, this is the last point of the program. Output means after execution of a program only you get the result. But you must start with this, because whenever you are writing a program, first what you are expecting from the program, you must have a clear idea. You want to travel some place, some destination, you should have a clear idea over your destination. Otherwise, you never reach. You should not have any confusion regarding that. In the same way, whenever you want to write a program, what output you are expecting out of the program, not only contents, it's a format also you have to write like that. Actually, this is very natural process always you implement. One simple question I ask you: how you write your examination? Actually, in your examination, what you implement, here also the same procedure you have to adapt. Actually, whenever you are writing examination, you take up one question. This is the problem. First, we thoroughly understand the problem. Thoroughly understand the problem. That is essential prerequisite. After understanding the problem, what is the mental process? Which output I have to produce? That is a solution. This is the problem domain. This is the solution domain. Which output, which answer I have to write? That you think of and form an idea. Some students, they may write a small scribbling also. The points in that, some simple scribbling they write. They expect that they may forget something, and they go on getting some more points. Ultimately, they explain each and every point. Ultimately, they can produce all the answer. Here also the same process. So First you understand problem. Problem is very simple. You have to produce simple biodata with the 3 items. But in future you have to take up bigger problems. Then you have to think of understanding problem also. Some knowledge is required. Special knowledge is required. Sometimes you have to study also. It's not so easy. But in this case, very petty. Second one is how to produce. How to produce means how to produce output. Output means not only contents. You have to take the format also. Here, as far as contents are concerned, three things are there. One is Arjun, second one 15, third one 5.4. That's it. But why you are writing all other elements? Many other elements are there. What are they? Why should we write? You should have a clear idea. Many college students never bother about it. Simply they produce output, result, that's it. They feel that their task is over. That is not that. You have to produce output like this. For every program, there is a format. With all labels, you have to produce it. That point you have to understand. And one more thing I have to tell you. Many students are having starting problem. Starting problem is the biggest thing. Starting troubles or problems are not overcome, you cannot progress. That's why if you don't have any starting problem at all, means for performing any task, first thing is you should design it. You should think in this manner. Now, what is the thinking process? I tell you, this is simply called design. Design. First thinking process you complete. Thereafter, your finger should touch the keyboard. That point you have to understand. Okay. Now come to this. Here you have to produce 3 items. One is name, second one is age, third one is height. For that purpose, 3 variables you have to create. Thereafter, 3 variables already in the training session 1 I explained to you. Here 3 data items are there. That's why 3 variables are required. 3 variables. Thereafter, the variable should be filled with the data. For that purpose, we define a method called setData. We define a method called setData, means initializing data. By that, data is initialized. Thereafter, what you have to do? You have to display them. What you are displaying? You are displaying biodata. So, what other method is required? Demo biodata. So, this is the way you have to think. What I have to do? So, first you have to define a blueprint class. In a blueprint class, what you have to do? First you have to define 3 variables. One is for name, other one is age, other one is for height. Okay, 3 containers are created. As a result of that, 3 containers, memory containers are created. Those are variables. What you call variables. Thereafter, how variables are filled? For filling variables, we have to use setData method. SetData method takes data and fill these 3 containers. Means 3 variables. 3 variables are initialized. Thereafter, what you have to do? What is the task of your program? You have to demonstrate the biodata. If you have to demonstrate the biodata means simply writing Arun 15 5.4 is not sufficient. Not sufficient. Corresponding labels also you should write, like a name Arun, age 15. 15 means what? 15 days, 15 months, or 15 years. You must write units. And height. Height 5.4. What is that? Centimeters or inches or feet, etc. You have to write. That is the professionalism. And forget that you are a student. Actually, students means they never bother about, they bother about result only. Once they get result, they never bother about any conventions and all that. But here, one thing I am advising you, feel like a professional. You are a professional from today.